camera, first and last name for you.
Mitch Lum.
All right, Brandon Kennedy here in the right seat. We're going for 7 laps in the Italia. Beautiful car here. This is going to be fun. You just got the NSX and the GT3, so your third car. As it comes around to your third car, it can get mentally fatiguing, you know, very physical. So being able to keep that focus 100% of the time, the entire time we're out there. I'm sure you've done some passing or get past or something, right?
I haven't gotten past, but I kept passing that.
The Gallardo.
Yeah, the Gallardo.
So, all right, just remember hazards, waiting for hazards before we get past, different things like that. Let's adjust these mirrors a little bit for me. It's going to be a little toggle to your right. Click your driver's side one, bring it into the right for me. Keep coming right there and down just a smidge. Perfect. And passenger side, go straight out to the right for me. And up just a little bit. Perfect. All right. So the Italia, it's going to be, definitely thrilling. We're not going to have as much grip through the corners like the GT3.
Okay.
Where we're lacking grip in this car is in the front. It's going to tend to understeer a little bit. Initial turn in, mid corner push, if you pick up throttle too soon, it's always just going to lose a little grip up front, okay? So remember, trailing the brakes in a little longer with this car, so that slow release. And then maintenance throttle, and really be patient with the throttle here. As you start rolling that throttle, we immediately got to start using up that track and start unwinding that steering wheel, okay? Other than that, we'll have some fun, all right?
Cool.
Click that right pedal. Hopefully we're in manual mode. All right, we're in manual mode. Let's go ahead and pull it out. So the computer system on this car, kind of intrusive if you're trying to go back to power too soon. So the only way it will give you that power is if it realizes that you're starting to unwind the steering wheel as you're accelerating. So if you're holding the steering in too tight out of the corner and trying to ask too much throttle, the computer will hold back that power. All right, pull up in the blue cones. And hang tight here. We'll let some cars go on by.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been here at Exotics for about 2 years now. I've been supercar, hypercar, race car instructing and coaching for the past 7.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's go for it. As we do, upshift second gear. Grab third gear. Try to aim a little more to the orange cones on the left. Now set us up nice and wide for the turn in for 1 here. Get that head turn nice and early. Start rolling throttle on the way out. Good, squeezing full throttle here. Upshift. Grabbing 1 more gear. Bring it firm in the orange. Downshift 1 time. Stay out wide. Lighten up, easing off. Good. Little throttle. Aim for the exit cone. Start rolling throttle left. Time. Lighten up. Yeah, just a little modulation with our brakes. We need to smoothen that out. Bring it back right. Brush the brakes very lightly. Off brakes. Back to little throttle. Nice and tight. Unwind right. Use up all the track. Back left. Hazards. We're passing. Go ahead. Light brake pressure. Just light. We're tucking it in. Easing off. Waiting for a little throttle. You're back in full control. Let's go. Trying to use up more of that track. Off throttle. No brakes. Accelerate to the orange. And braking lightly. There we go. Turn it. Tighten it up. Steady. Rolling throttle left. Full throttle here. There we go. Up. And firm here. Down 1. It's nice and wide. Lighten up. Ease it off. Good. Steady. Squeeze it. Start using it up. Look across, getting those eyes moving a little sooner. Okay. Gotcha. Stay right, brush the brakes, looking left. Tighten it up, double apex, ride it out, but stay out right here. Good. Bring it all the way. I'd rather you turn in a little later here. Easing off. There we go. And start rolling. Unwind left, stay in the black. Full throttle here. No brakes for the chicane. Off throttle though, let it turn back to gas. Out left, brake light and long. Ease it off. Good. Turn in tighter. Roll in some throttle. Good. Much better. Up. Firm. Downshift 1. Light off. There we go. Squeeze it. Perfect. Good job. Right there. Braking firmer. Downshift one. Light. So yeah, the transition from our brake pedal to the throttle is very quick. There's got to be a transitional period between the two of letting the car balance itself out. So don't be so fast from brake to throttle.
Okay.
Straight, stay out wide, ease off, back to the little throttle. Start rolling it, no modulation in it. Off, turn in, accelerate a little to the left, a little more. Good, brake light, ease off. Squeeze it, smooth, perfect. Up. Firm here, more. Coming in a little quick, lighten up, easing off. Just so we're not so heavy on them.
Okay.
We almost locked the front tires there, man. Keep it up. Alright, we're gonna pass these guys on the right. Yep.
Okay.
Light brake, trail it in, try not to push wide on exit.
Yep.
Little throttle, patience. Alright, you're back in control. Brush those brakes, looking left. Steady, more. Break it in lighter, just a light, long brakes.
I
across.
see, okay.
Yep. And then try not to stare at those turning cones too long.
Yeah.
We're kind of looking at them until we're there. I want those eyes already looking for the apex. Off throttle, aim for the orange, a little more left like this. There we go. Easing off. That gives us a nice open radius in, so we can be faster out. Stay in this gear while you're out. And down one, lighter, nice and wide. Start looking across, easing off. Nice. You got that little pop off. We need to still be a little slower. Back to gas. Let's go. Bring it back here. Think about slow in, fast out. Rolling throttle. More. Brake light. Tuck it in. Not so heavy with them. Outright. Don't follow their mistakes. Right side. Go ahead. Little throttle. Get up on them. Right side. Okay. Go right side. Patience. Alright, you're back in control. Unwind left. Good. Full throttle. More. Off the gas. Good. Out left. Left. And then looking right. Good. Rolling it. Full throttle here. Unwind. Gotta start taking that steering out of the vehicle a little sooner. Down one. Lighter. Looking across. Easing up.
I see. Yeah, you know what? I really am on that particular cone.
Yep. That one and this one.
Okay.
Gotta get that head moving across a little sooner. Okay. Downshift for me. Eyes moving across. Yeah, there we go. Cool. That gives us more processing time. Rolling throttle. Light brake. Tuck it in. Slight throttle, 50%. 100% down. More. Back left, braking, light. Ease off. Just a little heavy with it.
Yeah.
Rolling throttle, 60%, 70, 80, 100%, right side. Off the throttle, point to the orange, back to gas. Brake lightly, light long, off. Turn your head. There you go. Rolling throttle, unwind. There we go. Up. Take that deep breath, keep our focus. Right there, down one gear, out wide, ease off. 50%, 50, 60, 70, unwind, 100%. Bring it air. Good, back down one gear, looking across. Perfect. Rolling throttle. Brake lightly. Just a brush. There we go. Out wide. Alright, Mitch, we're gonna slow our pace. We're exiting this time.
Okay.
There's our 7 to the right of the blue cone again. Good job, man. That was
Cool,
right.
thank
You did
you.
really
Thank
well.
you. I really appreciate the coaching, especially on the like basically keeping my eyes up.
Yeah, it's so important, you know, and that's like the hardest thing when you know, anybody that even has no training or the little bit that you do of some, you know, understanding the basics and some HPDs and stuff, you know, but as you go faster and get in different cars, you know, the faster we go, the further ahead we have to go, and that's not just straight, you know, that's
it's through the turns, like carrying more speed through the turns. I have to be like
exactly. You got to be able to process what the next step is, you know.
Gotcha.
Up one more row.
Okay.
You know, and whether, you know, if we're going in a straight line, we're looking for our braking references, and we're looking for where we're braking. As we're braking, we know kind of where our turn-in is. All right, I want to scan between turn-in, apex, not just stare at turn-in, because now that's going to make me late for my turn-in at all times.
Am I taking 3?
Just right next. Yep,
okay.
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah. Roll up on there.
Let her finish her. That's cool.
Yeah, because if you stare at those cones, by the time we actually initiate our turn-in, you're too late.
Gone for the next.
And then usually that makes it too abrupt too, because you turn your head and you're like, oh shit, and I gotta turn my head very quickly.
It's like on trail braking. One of the coaches I had in my Mini said it's called trail braking, not oh shit braking.
Yeah, exactly right. Roll up just a little bit. I think we might be up to it. Right there. Both paddles at the same time. Foot off the brake. Turn the wheel to the right.
Okay.
Yeah. So just thinking about, you know, what I told you as the string theory. You know, you have a string tied from here and here. One goes to the brake pedal, one goes to the throttle pedal, you know. Everything's like a puppet, and it has to be so smooth. If you ever break that string, in theory, you're breaking traction. At some point, it's going to slow you down, whether it's on, you know, too much brake as you turn in, where you're going to lift the rear, get some brake-induced oversteer, or if you pop off those brakes, you're going to initiate all, because when you're braking in a straight line anyway, think about down that straight line all the way to the front. It doesn't matter if it's front engine, rear engine, mid engine.
Popping off in it.
Pop off, it rebounds. It acts like a pendulum and swings weight to the rear. It doesn't keep the car balanced as you turn. So you're taking more grip away from the front than what you need. Think about when you're turning the wheel, you need the most amount of grip possible. So why would you take all that grip and give it to the rear?
It to the back,
exactly. So it has to be, everything's fluent. I usually have my water bottle with me, and I can show you. If you have a water bottle that's half full, you lay it sideways. Everything is very fluent, you know, especially as you transfer weight, as you're turning, as you're releasing brake pressure, as you're turning the wheel, as you're accelerating, you know, it all has to work very smoothly in conjunction with one another to be able to go really fast. And as you get in cars like this, even more so race cars, you know, it's so much more important. You know? So cool. You did good. You understand the basics. You understand race line. You got the speed. It's just fine little details, you know. It's just the more
time. This is so cool though, like to.
It's a fun car. The Italia is awesome, you know. Once you get the hang of it, it's a really awesome car. You know, you're lacking a little grip up front, lacking some understeer, you know, but it's like one of my favorite cars.
Yeah, the sound is also really like
that crispy V8, you know. So right on, man. So you're all done.